Hello, everyone. I am so pumped to have a very special close friend and guest for the premiere episode of Vanity Fair and, of course, the first episode of this new season of Before the 90 Days. I couldn't get better. Please put your hands together for Mary Payne of Pink Shade. Hello.
Put your hands together. Hello. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Hi.
By the way, I'm so proud of you. This is so exciting.
Thank you.
Vanity Farah is the best name ever. You get the trademark on that shit right away. It is so good. When you told me the name, maybe Matt told me the name, I was like, whoa, that's good. I'm so bad at stuff like that, like coming up with names or things that are kind of punny. You're good at it. That's good. It's really
I have to
good.
be honest, it wasn't me. On
Oh.
YouTube years ago, I had a subscriber tell me this. And then so before I even started DocuSweeties, my like Facebook group that's been private on, Facebook this whole time, like for the past 7 years, it's called Vanity Farah. I just had a subscriber give it to me. Isn't that so great?
Love
No.
that.
Yeah.
That's love that. That's like our mutual friend Kate Casey. Her
Hmm.
opening of her show is like the amazing Kate Casey, as if she's like a circus animal or
Magician.
something.
Yeah, yeah.
And every time she calls, everybody in my family is like the amazing
Kate,
Casey.
Casey. Yeah.
When you get something like that sticks. So Vanity Fair is just chef's kiss. So good. I
Ah.
love it. I'm so happy for you.
You're making me blush, babe.
Mhm.
Also very special, we get to spend some time together in New York, which is like 'tis the season, and this is my Christmas miracle. I cannot wait to hang out with you and have some fun, that we can say, in New York for the holidays with a certain franchise. So, just
Mhm.
that's what I'll say
Yeah.
at this moment.
Yeah, I'm, dying to know who we're gonna see.
Yep.
I'm very excited about that,
We
so
don't know anything, but we are just taking care of ourselves and
mhm.
showing up like to me, like, yeah, like it's like going to see Santa, except Santa, will be like a bunch of people, but and I get
Mhm.
to tell him all my wishes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
We're gonna have a great time. I'm very excited to see you and spend every dollar I have to go
All
to
of
New
them.
York for one day.
Yeah, I know, I know, I
Yeah.
know. Just like it'll be me and you, just like in front of Dior, but just eating like one little bag we're sharing of those hot nuts. It's all we can afford,
It's all we
you
can
know.
afford. We're like, "Can we have some street pizza for breakfast? Because we can't afford anything else after this trip."
Don't
Yeah,
tempt
but
me
it's
with a
gonna be
good
great.
time.
We're gonna have a
Yeah,
great time. We're gonna take some
I'm
great pictures. We're gonna see our friends. It's gonna be fun.
I know, I know. How great. But also let me talk about I am so into this new season of 90 Day Fiance Before the
It's
90
so
Days.
good. It's so
This is
good.
so good. It's season 8, episode 1. It's called Now Boarding. I don't know if I said that or not. But this gives us everything we want, which is basically all new people except one lady we've seen before, and we're not gonna mind seeing her because we haven't really seen her in a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you about the
What?
Elise thing,
Yep.
okay? I have a theory.
Great, because I have a lot too. Go ahead.
Okay, here's my theory because I sent her a DM. Okay, first of all, Matt and Jake, she was on my show, Pink Shade.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so I look at her. Okay, these people are
Not in
not
the
in the
same
same
picture.
room.
Nope. I made this on Can looks like I made this on Canva.
It's and by the way, she has not one bit of any of this on her social media announcing she's on the show. And every single preview we've seen, she is not included. And as of 2 weeks ago, was not on TLC's website, Meet the New Couples. It just popped on. So Jake and Matt, our friends from Reality Gaze, posted on their social media, here are the new couples. And they put Elise. And I go, are you high? Why'd you say Elise is on there? And they go, she's on the TLC. I go, not the stuff they sent us. Nothing. Complete last minute addition. So I think,
Yes,
like
what?
they did with the HEA that we just saw, where Kara and Guillermo dropped out so early. So they brought in Juliet and Brandon. They're just like, these two people can always film, so we'll just throw them in there. They do this sometimes. So one of these couples is going to implode very early. And that is why, because people had seen Elise filming, and I think she was filming for a different show, like for Single Life or 90 Day or something. And they were like, we have enough footage, so we'll just slap it in there when this other couple implodes.
Oh, that's fascinating. Yeah, I mean,
That's what I think. And if I ever see her in person, I'm
what
going to ask her because I
mm,
think
mhm.
on DM or when I get her back on the show to interview
Oh, okay.
her, she won't
Mhm.
be able to say it, right? Because TLC will be on the call.
Mhm.
But sometimes you get these people in person, they will tell you things.
Maybe if they're at a certain like holiday party and they've had like, a certain drink or five, is what you're saying?
Yeah, just get them towards the end of the evening.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
uh-huh,
Yeah,
yeah,
butter
so that
them
might
up, honey.
happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
I agree. Obviously, every picture, as we said, like of all the couples, they're holding hands, their bodies are on bodies,
They're together.
they're in the same space. It's very obvious that their picture of Lisa and Josh are, I mean, again, like, again, I cobbled them together on Canva. I've done
Eh,
better work.
are they trying to make it look like she's leaning back on him jauntily? Because it doesn't even they're not it's like the 2
Yes,
pictures are on top of each other. It's crazy.
it looks like this is some weird, television show, and it's like he's a good guy and she's a vixen, like it's like he has to make it work, with his, first girlfriend, and she's, not gonna take a shit this time. It's like
It's
that
it's
I loved it.
hilarious. So I can't wait to get the real scoop of how that came together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see what happens. Yeah.
We definitely
I want
didn't see
more of
her on
her.
the first episode because they're gonna slap her on at the end.
Not at
Yes.
all. Not at all. And I agree with you. Like she was a second edition. I didn't see her in the first. She's not in any of the previews. So when I saw her
Mm-mm.
picture, it didn't make sense. But I grabbed all these off the people, things. So this is what the Us Weekly Meet the Couples. This is what they obviously officially put out. So as you know, at some point
And
we'll
she
see
wasn't
them.
at the end. This season on, she's not
Hmm.
there.
Hmm.
And she's not there in the what we're about to see. Not there.
Why wouldn't she post? Why wouldn't they let her post just something on her Instagram like, "Stay tuned for the new
Well,
season of."
every time anybody's gonna be on a show, they'll be like, guess what? I'm gonna be on the show. And they just post like the preview reel or whatever.
Yeah,
Her Instagram is just nothing but her in bikinis, which God bless. I mean,
I would be there. Sure.
I wish I'd be nude if I
Yeah.
was her.
Hmm.
But so I DM'd her and I was like, what's going on? And she said, yeah, that's crazy, huh? That's what she said.
Ooh, honey, she's media trained. She got that media trade. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. I love
Right.
her.
I was like, "Well,
Good
you'll
for
have to
her.
come back on and talk about it." She's like, "Oh, yeah, girl. I'd love to." And then it was like I was like, "Did you wanna even put it on your Instagram that you're on the show?" It's crazy. I think she didn't even know she was gonna be on the show.
Or maybe she's not happy about it in some way.
Or maybe she's like, "I was supposed to be on this other show and get a
Yeah.
longer storyline." Either way, she's made for TV. She'll be gold even
Well,
if we only see her for a few episodes.
absolutely, absolutely. I
Mhm.
can't wait to see her.
Me too.
Okay, my love. Let's start with our first couple. It's gonna be Rick and Trisha. Rick and
Wow.
Trisha. And he's 52 from California. She's 25 from Madagascar. They're both very good looking. I mean, look, he's a beefy man. I mean, like that's a man that like,
He
lifts.
this is a Photoshop photo of him because he doesn't look this good on the show that he looks
Sure.
in this picture, but
Sure.
he is very muscular.
Yes. Now, I do think that there is obviously red flags across the
Yeah.
board for why he would be choosing the partner that he is. But it
Mhm.
picks up he is selling in front of a ring light, just like me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He has an ex-wife, and his ex-wife obviously also has 2 kids. He has 2 kids by his ex-wife. His ex-wife was a hairstylist. And then so one of his like side hustles is that he's, selling Indian Remy hair, to the biddies. Like, I don't know if it's like a TikTok shop or, he says it's a seasonal business. So that also didn't make sense. I'm like, he said it only happens around tax day, but I feel like women buy hair throughout the
Just
year.
every day. I mean, yeah, I don't know why he said it's seasonal. Maybe he only gets the hair twice a year. Like, I don't know. I don't know about the hair business.
I don't know either. Yeah, yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm barely hanging on with these few hairs that I got right now, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, literally, I had to like make a whole shift in my life. And I was like, well, now you'll be curly. Now you want to be. I won't fight you anymore. Like it's
Yes,
just
well, your hair is always cute.
I love you. And your hair is gorgeous. I mean, your hair is like the most beautiful, softest, like blonde brown with like, I mean, the texture. I mean, it's shiny as hell. I'm looking
Oh
at you
my
right now.
god,
You're in a full blowout. I mean, I can't believe
it's
I'm gonna see
not.
you.
This is the hair that I slept in.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Doesn't make it. Does it not real? He's a jack of all trades. Besides selling
Mm.
the hair in front of a ring light, honey, he taps. He's a little tapping star. He taps, and I loved that. Like I enjoy dance, and like it's hard to see men share that. I mean, it's not hard to see men share dancing when it's like hardcore hip hop or something like that, or like, like those kind of dances. But every time I see a man like tap in or ballet or jazz or modern, and I'm almost like, yes, give it to me.
It was cute, and it was interesting too because his body is so upside down triangle shaped,
Oh,
that it
uh-huh.
seemed like maybe that wouldn't mechanically work, but it
Yeah.
did. But it did, and
Yeah.
he was just tapping away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I
Tap
loved it.
tapping.
Mhm.
He has 5 kids. 5 kids, 3 are grown and 2 sons.
Mhm, that was interesting. That's when I looked, I was like, "Now, how old is he?"
He does look
Because
good.
he's 52. I think he looks pretty good for 52, but not good enough to get a 25-year-old girlfriend. What are we doing?
That is indicative of someone who wants to not do the work it requires to have like an emotionally available, you know, companion of your own, level, peer level.
Mhm,
Like when
mhm.
you see people who like do that kind of like wild age shift and whatnot, it feels like, yeah, it feels like they want something that's beyond companionship. They want like a certain amount of like proven servitude or something, or proven submission.
Yeah, I don't like it, and I don't like that I don't know, it just seems very imbalanced, and
Yeah.
it's same when if it's a we get a lot of these, like, white ladies that go over to these countries with these younger guys, it seems
Yep.
like an imbalance, a power dynamic, a money dynamic,
Yep.
and with him having children, what I assume are probably this girl's age is weird, and I'd like to know the age of
You're
his
right.
2nd wife. That's what I'd like to know.
I'd love to know that. Yeah, you're right. If he has adult children and she's 25, I mean, adults happen at 18. So you have two. I'm assuming some of them are around her age.
Yeah, that to me, that's icky. Listen, do what you want, do your thing, but to me, that's icky.
It's gross. Yeah, no, I don't
Yeah.
want my dad dating someone my age, like I,
Yeah, like, it's like if I dated one of my daughter's friends. Like, if I got divorced, I would be like, "Hey, Anna, you got any cute 22-year-olds friends that I could date?" That's gross. Ew.
yeah.
Ugh, ugh. It just gave me the ick.
I know, but wouldn't it be funny? She was like, "Yeah, mom." No, then you would have a relationship like this. The mother son we're going to get into, Forrest and his mom. Too close.
Less,
Ooh.
less.
But yeah, he also is. You're right. Like he has a tourism sex vibe around him because he was like, I showed up, I met someone, she was hot, she said she was from Madagascar. I was like, that's a place, not just the movie. And then I downloaded an app that lets me date other Madagascar people because I was like, those people are hot, and now I'm into the fetish of this one island people. And then he met her, and she was like 25, and she was like, she has curly hair, and he signed up.
Yeah, because he met some people from Madagascar and thought, "This is a beautiful person, so I will only now date people from Madagascar," which is very specific, but okay. So it worked, but we'll see what happens when they're in person.
Yeah, absolutely. He's playing with his kids, and immediately like they're talking about Madagascar, and then you see this a lot on 90 Day Fiance. You often see it with women, and also maybe on Love After Lockup, women doing this to their young children, which is like ingratiating their young children to the idea of their romantic partner before it's been tried, true, and tested. So
Yeah,
he's like, let's FaceTime her. You want to FaceTime her? Like these kids are in the middle of playing with balls and some weird activity center. Like, no,
yeah,
is the answer.
yeah, no, they're busy, they're playing, you've got them on a play date, let them play. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't know if you had the, closed captions on. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, then I forget, but they under it, it kept whenever the kids were saying, "Go," it was gas car. The kids don't know Madagascar, they're just like, "Can we go see your gas car?" Like,
Yeah.
and then the girl that we get later who's dating a guy named, Birkin, it just said, like, "beer can."
Yeah.
Every time she said Birkin, it said beer can.
Yes. Because they really wanted to be like, don't say Birkin. It's not Birkin.
It's not
We
Birkin.
know you're going to want to say Birkin. A Birkin bag, it's not. It's beer can. And so,
Yeah,
I mean, I might call him Birkin. I don't know. We'll
yeah,
see.
I like beer can. Beer can's pretty good.
I had to write down beer can to remember how to say it because again, it looked like Birkin.
Yeah.
Um, when Rick calls Trisha, he's like, "My Malagasy queen," which I had never heard the word Malagasy before.
I mean, did we
I'm
take out a bunch of letters of Madagascar? I mean, did we take out the D? Did we
Malagasy. I was like, "Oh, maybe
okay.
is that what they call him?" I was like,
He didn't know the name of the town she was from.
yeah, that part.
Yeah, so
Yeah, 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 yeah. He's like, "There's a
mhm,
V in there.
mhm,
It's
mhm,
VB. Let me just like Google it or whatever." Um, then they get the first. There's a lot of red flags, right? But one of them is like a tried and true one, which is that she's 25.
mhm,
So in a conversation, she's like, "I can't wait to have babies. I want to have babies. They're gonna look really beautiful." And he's like, "Well, I have 5. I don't know if I really want to have kids anymore." And she's like, "You 3 of them are old."
mhm,
And I don't, so doesn't, it's a moot point. He's like, "Well, we'll talk about it when you get here." And I'm like, "No, you won't. I mean, too
you
late."
I yeah, but I gotta say that a lot of times these guys do say, "Oh, yeah, yeah, we're gonna have kids," and they don't really mean it, so at least he's being very, like, upfront, like, "I don't want any more kids." So at least there's that, but she's not taking no for an answer. He's gonna have to if they stay together, he's gonna have to negotiate for one baby. Just one
Yeah, yeah.
baby.
Listen, you can easily date someone your age that won't want more kids because they already have them. But you're
That's
not doing that.
that's a way to solve that. Yeah.
It is. That's a
Mhm,
compromise. That is a sacrifice and compromise you can make to get what you want. Except you're not doing that. And so if you're not gonna
mhm.
choose to do that, then you don't take away this person's, like, ability to have kids for the rest of her life.
Yeah, I mean, he had his last kid when he was 50. He's 52, and he's got a 2-year-old, and I gotta tell you,
What?
by the time you're 50, you're pretty tired.
I mean, tell that to Kelsey Grammer, tell that to Alec Baldwin.
Well, they have lots and lots of
Help.
hired help, so yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she must be like, "How dare you? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, you're gonna be out working, you're gonna be selling your hair." I don't know what is okay, so if he taps and he, teaches people tap and he side hustles hair, I don't quite understand what he does though.
Right, is there, like, an occupation there, and these are side hustles?
Right.
No, I think he has a bunch of side hustles. He lives in LA, seems to have a nice place, and, that's
He has a
expensive.
built body. So like
Yeah.
was he a personal trainer? Was he a male like nude model? Like, was he there's something that we're not knowing that is
Yeah.
how he made his livelihood. I cannot imagine was
Mm.
selling rummy hair and tap dancing for the past 52 years, you know?
Yeah, I don't know, and this is kind of, where Matt Sharp will get us sometimes. It'll be, like, mid-season, and he'll be like, "Well, in my past, I was a stripper," or something. You're like, "Wait, we
Mhm.
could that'd have been good to know." Yeah, there's sometimes we get, as you say, sharped. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I know. I have to like, keep my guard up with him.
Yeah.
I've been bitten, I've been poked, honey. Um, yeah, but so basically he has one grievance with her, which is that she ghosted him like a period of time where she stopped talking to him for like 5 days and it was one word answers at best and he is very upset by this because he likes constant contact just like that mailing system. He wants a good morning
Mhm,
text, he wants a good night text, he wants someone who's connected.
mhm, mhm.
I also want to know, is he sending her money?
He didn't say, but again, we don't know how he would because we don't know how he lives in LA with these 2 side hustles.
Right.
So
5 kids.
unclear. If I get well, the 3 maybe he's got to have
Yeah.
the payroll, but he does have a 6 and a 2, and we're just
Mhm.
getting started with those 2.
Mhm.
Money,
Just getting
yeah.
started. Yeah.
Mhm,
They're a long road ahead of just
mhm,
throwing money at those kids.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, so then we have like a fun barbecue. This is at her sister's house, and it's like there's hot dogs. Like at one point they're like these are mild, and I was like they're mild hot dogs. I'm like, well, what are the spicy dogs like? And I feel like they were like cutting the mild ones a certain way, and then like gonna make the cuts on the spicy ones. And I found my mind like a different way, and I thought like, oh, that's so genius.
I think they were sausages.
Oh, okay, there were sausages, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I love
yes.
sausages on a grill with some onions and
Mm,
peppers. What are you coming out of Hollywood Bowls or some bacon? That smells so good.
delish,
I
delish.
mean,
That's what
yeah,
we're gonna be eating in New York because we can't afford to eat anything else.
yeah, I don't
Seafood.
mind it. That's fine. We'll be like, just like we'll be like, it'll be so cold. We'll have like our little breaths, like,
Yeah.
steam in front of us. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We'll be standing in front of trash cans warming our hands like,
I
We
know.
can't afford a hotel room." Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up because then I'm gonna have to get fingerless gloves to make that visual and like really work. I just love
Oh,
the
okay.
idea of you need like fingerless gloves just like up to there to like, uh, yeah. I'm so excited. But yeah, this is an LA kickback barbecue in a way that like was awesome in a lot of ways because it felt very easy and authentic. You know, like
Mhm.
they're gonna talk about the Lakers. The Lakers are playing. You know what I'm saying? Like necessary LA talk. You know, they love playing dominoes. So it's just like people getting together outside. It's just like, you know, barbecue al fresco, you know, it's whatever you want to say, you know, people getting together outside, eating, family, like some board game. It's interesting because like they were like, oh, you know, how you black and don't know how to play dominoes is what they said in one thing. And that kind of made
Yeah.
me think like what interesting, like what cultures can like tend to gravitate towards certain games like you know first of all black people play a lot of games like you know and we all play a lot of games but like and I was thinking about in this one case like dominoes you know as an Arab person and I know it's not just Arab like a lot of Russians like you know we play backgammon. And I was just thinking about like the kind of board games that are you
Mhm.
kind of connected to cultures, like, you know, like and by that, I mean, it's like I sit around and play backgammon, but in every one of my aunt and uncle's houses is one of those weird, smelly, but yummy smelly, like cedar boxes that like
Yes, with
has a
the yeah.
gold
Yeah.
hook and it comes out and it does smell so musty in an oak way or whatever. Do you like, I don't know, Mary Payne, do you ever like what is your like board game that was like adjacent to your family or like game like that?
I don't think we ever played any board games, but now as, you know, adult with kids, I mean, my kids are adults too, but we play Trivial Pursuit and
Mm.
always we play the Game of Life, and we love the Game of Life.
Me too.
Love the Game of Life. You can play it on your phone, but it's not as fun. Um,
Well, you know,
it's
because how do you put the pegs in the car on your phone?
They do it everything is done for you, and it'll be
No.
like, "No, you won this," and it just tells you things, but we played it I think we played it twice when we were just at the beach, and I I lost, like, bad, and I was unhappy,
No.
but my daughter
You win at life, though. You win the
I
real life.
well, in real life, I guess, but yeah, but I love the game of life. My daughter's car was filled. Her whole car was pink. She said she married a woman, and then they had only, daughters, and it
Start
was
that
hilarious.
matriarchal society,
It
honey.
was
Just
hilarious. And then my husband had so many kids, he had to get a second car,
Oh.
but I think no, I think my son no, I think my husband ended up winning. We're like, "How did you win with all those kids?" Um, but it was very fun, and I think it is, like, almost like a life lesson for the kids, like, "No, you have to pay back your debt because you have to pay back your debt when you get the house, and you gotta get loans from the bank," and,
Yeah.
um, my daughter was stealing money from the bank and sliding it to me under the table. I was like, "No, don't do it," and then I would take
But
it.
also, I need a little more money,
Also,
so
I need $5,000.
yeah, thank you.
Um, but, you know, as a kid, my grandmother had Chinese checkers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and backgammon, and I would not know how to play either of those games today.
But we did I feel like I did know how to play Chinese checkers. It's like
Yeah,
you have to move them in and out into the stars,
it's like the
like
marbles, and
yeah.
then I don't know. I knew how to play that, and I knew how to play backgammon, but I don't now. No
Yeah.
clue. No clue with backgammon.
Someone's taught me backgammon 14 times, and it's like it's gone in one ear and out the other. I mean, I don't know why. They have to set it to music or something because I can't remember it.
My friends are, peer pressuring me to learning mahjong because mahjong is the thing, and my
Is
sister's
it?
been into mahjong for years,
I
and
did
now
that
it's
online. Like, they do it online or the real one?
no, they sit and play like old ladies, and every person I know now plays mahjong, and they're obsessed with it.
Really?
Yes, here in Alexandria and at the beach, all sorts of things. My sister's been playing for years. When she comes to the beach, she finds a group, like, they're obsessed with mahjong, and I'm like, "Ugh, I feel peer pressured into doing it, but I don't wanna be left out, and I also don't wanna do it."
Are you competitive?
Not really.
Yeah.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. Maybe
I
that's
can
why I don't care.
no, yeah, but I'm happy that I just wanna go back to your husband winning the game of life with all those kids. You know, it made me think of it made me
What?
think of, like, what Cody Brown wanted to have happen the whole time where he was like, "Well, yes, that's how we all get to heaven. Love can't be divided, it has to be multiplied." And that's exactly the gameplay your husband played, and he won. And
Mhm.
Cody, you know, didn't, you know, with that philosophy.
No, my husband and Cody Brown are very different.
Different?
Yeah, yeah.
Hair-wise too, right?
Yes, thank
Uh
God, thank God.
But basically, we go back to them. Yeah, he just basically tells his family, about the fact that she ghosted him, and was very awkward, and she couldn't, be contacted. And then he lets us have a lot more information, which is that during this time, she has an ex-boyfriend, and at one point, his family accused her of robbing their house. But then, that was like turned out to be remedied in such a way.
I needed 10 more minutes of information of this.
Yep. Yep.
I was
Yep.
like,
Yep.
"Wait, was she arrested and that's why she didn't contact you because she was in jail?"
Well, yeah, was it the same 5 days? Yes, yes, yes.
It I I I need so much more information about this story. It made 0 sense to me.
Because at first I was like, was it her stuff? Like, did he, is her ex-boyfriend with staying at his parents' house, and did she just need her stuff back from him that
Yeah.
he had taken?
Uh-huh.
And were they just like an asshole family that was like, she's stealing from us? I don't know.
Or did
What?
she wait for them to go to work and went to their house and stole their shit? Like, I
Yeah.
mean, and then she
She's like,
was
I
in
know it's my
jail.
house.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Is it really an ex-boyfriend? Is it not an ex-boyfriend?
That part.
It's all very unclear.
I can't wait though. I can't wait
Mm,
for her to I really want to find out more about her because he does seem a little duncy and yeah, I think that she's, this is perfect.
yeah.
Okay. So we're moving on from them and I don't feel great about them.
Don't have high hopes. No.
Really, really dashed hopes.
Uh-uh.
But our next couple will be Forrest, 32 from Oregon, and Sheena, 40 from the Philippines.
Mhm.
And I am very interested in this couple, and I wrote a lot of notes.
I'm hopeful.
I
Hopeful.
don't know, but
Mm.
I think that there might be some good things. I think that we might be getting sharped about the parents, but
Mhm, mhm,
this starts, Forrest is making his Nespresso in the morning, honey, and I get that,
mhm,
just like a little morning Nespresso, just pop it in, you don't have to worry about it besides that, and we're also getting shots of his kitchen and his, like, modest one-bedroom. There's a
mhm.
lot of stuff piled on the cabinets, but one thing that I was obsessed with in this kitchen
I'm
that
really
I was like,
studying this now. Thank you for putting this up. Yeah.
yeah, I need to
Mhm,
talk to you about something. In his kitchen, he's making eggs, obviously, and she, is watching it, and she's saying things like, "Don't burn the eggs like last time, baby," and he's like, "Everything's going fine." Now, this is the opening shot of this man,
mhm,
and I am like, he has stove doilies. He has the doilies that you put on the
mm,
gas range of your stove, and
mhm,
when I saw that,
mhm,
I was like, I knew I was talking to you about this, and I was like, I need to talk to her about that immediately. And then I knew something was afoot. Either I was like, someone else lives here, he's lived with a woman, he didn't buy that. A woman did that. Someone's in his life is like picking doilies for him. The stove doilies for him are not a real thing. It couldn't be a real thing. It felt like the most, I know it's a small thing, but like I don't use stove doilies. Do you use stove doilies?
No, I don't have circle burners anyway. I have like a gas thing and it's all square. I've only seen this one other time on Love After Lockup with Sean, that mouth breather that
Yes.
married that
Lindsay.
girl.
Lindsay?
Mm-mm, mm-mm. Sean, the
Sure.
mouth breather that had the like
I
19
know. What's
kids,
her
but then he was
name?
with Destiny, and then he
Yes.
was with the second girl,
Red-haired girl.
redhead girl that had like killed somebody with meth.
Yes.
Um,
Oh, no.
they had stove doilies. Now, they weren't doilies per se, they were metal covers that went on the eyes of their stove, and I'm like, "Is it decorative? Are we trying to keep them dust free? What are we doing?"
Yeah, I, like, wanna know. I didn't know if it was, like, a mid wherever, he is from Oregon. I was like, "Is this a Pacific Northwest thing?" Mostly, I was like, "This is the work of a woman." I cannot imagine that this man with barely, I can't imagine this man was like, "I need to have stove doilies." And then when I saw that, I was like, "Okay, so if a woman did that, then
Mm,
he's going to either have obviously a hyper intense relationship with his mother, or
uh-huh.
or he's being taken care of by someone in like a overstepping way or something. Like,
Mm.
now
You know
we're going to find out.
what I noticed about that photo
Yes.
is the, tablecloth that has a deer on it.
It's a deer.
It's a
Oh my
deer.
god. I didn't know what it was. I
It's a
obviously
deer.
see black and gold. I
You gotta
now see
turn
the
your
deer.
head. You gotta turn your head to the right, and then you can see it. Yeah.
Oh my god, just staring up at you as you eat your eggs. There's like you're eating venison. It's like, "That was my mom."
And he's got, like, 2 crock pots or pressure cookers up there.
Yep,
I'm
he has the 2.
fascinated by this.
That's one too many.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
look at
need to study it later.
yeah,
Um,
it is 2 crock pots that, and he's tall, so he can get up there, you know what I'm saying? There's
true.
also, like, a little panda bear on top of his refrigerator. There's also pictures and frames on top of his refrigerator, and I
It's
don't
a
understand if
choice.
anyone can actually see that besides him.
Yeah, and I'm concerned about that cabinet that seems to have no door to the left of his head. What happened
Yeah, or
there?
it's open and he's gonna hit his head on it.
Yeah. There's a lot happening here. It's a lot, and I'm really glad you brought this to my attention so I can go and study it later. Yeah.
You're Yeah, I do the
Mm,
work.
mm.
I just love taking screenshots. But yeah,
I do
so
too.
then the whole thing, of course, is that Sheena watches him constantly. She has the Ring cameras and she's, moving around. This is the first time we saw this, which is also annoying because I feel like sometimes they want to like try and shock us. Like, can you believe that they would have such a setup? And it's like, yeah, we can. We've seen it on this show before.
Seen it on Love After Lockup. Remember, what's his name? They're having a baby now. We're fully following her from his
Tennis.
jail. Yeah, from his jail cell. He was watching her all the time. But her name
Yeah,
was
and being
Tinny.
able to talk to her.
Her name was Teeny? Tinny?
I called her tennis.
Oh, it was
Honey,
yeah,
singles or doubles.
he's still out. They're having a baby. Good for them. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're a successful couple. Cause like, listen,
Smartest kids ever. Smartest
yeah,
kids ever. Yeah.
he had so much money.
Crazy. He had a t-shirt business or a laundry business. I can't remember. Unclear. Unclear.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But yeah, like Forrest has that happening. He has a whole smart house and also all of it he says it's incredibly comforting for him. He is not like this woman is, infringing on my rights. In fact, it's comforting for her to be there. It's like she's making sure that I'm safe 24/7, almost in my mind like a 24-hour life alert, like
Yeah.
he's like
Yeah.
fallen and he can get up by just being like, "Sheena, send
Yeah.
the medics."
We need to do this for my father-in-law. This
Yeah,
is a
me
good
too.
idea. Yeah, we need
Yeah.
to do that. Yeah.
You know what though? I know this sounds crazy. I think that there's like a then that made me think of like obviously this is whatever I'll just say it. Obviously we're getting into the realm of like people getting older and living, longer and then also, maybe not being able to take care of themselves in in the best way and there's like assisted living and all that, whatever,
Yep.
right? All that. But we're also in the age now of like Waymo and stuff like that in LA where there's driverless cars, right? Where there's people just, like in
Crazy.
getting in cars. Right? So that means that there's going to be people that you can outsource to watch your aging parents. Like, I feel like there's going to be a service, if not, where it's like your parent doesn't want to leave their house. So you're like, okay, what if I outfit your house in full ring lights and I just hire someone, God bless, in a different country to take turns watching you 24/7. And if you call out, like, whatever, they can send medics. And I feel like obviously there's a lot of privacy issues, but I also feel like that's a service people are going to use.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't want that to be my job.
Sure.
But I also wanna know if there's cameras in the bathroom when he has to go to the bathroom is or shower, or it seems like because, Brandan and Mary, they never hung up, and they were together when they were pooping and everything.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there is some in there and they have shared some intimate moments on camera and he does talk about that.
Mhm.
Yeah, they've been dating for 7 years. Never
Wow.
met in real life, but met in a Facebook group for autism. And we get that he has autism and ADHD a little bit later in the episode. I'm so happy that we find that out or we call that out because it was a little bit obvious. And it's not that I want to talk about it. It's just that when I want to talk about why he's doing other things
Yeah.
or, like it's annoying because it's, yeah, like if I want to talk about how he could be behaving and why he would be doing something or why he's processing something this way or why he's choosing to do something, it's like missing a piece if you don't like
Yeah.
can't talk about that,
Yeah, they have to tell you. They have to tell you because otherwise you look like an asshole, if you're like, "Gosh, he did this or did that." Well, this is, part of his, autism, so I'm just saying, us as podcasters, we need to know these things so that
Mhm.
we don't look like assholes
Yeah, we do.
because we look like assholes
All the time.
anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. By default.
Don't make it worse on us.
Easier.
Yes.
Yeah,
Make
yeah, yeah. I completely agree.
it
Um, yeah, his mom just was like, he signed him up for this group. He met Sheena. So, then we're like, and then then I'm like, oh, Sheena's autistic then too. Like I didn't, everything was like, okay, then that also is a great answer. I'm assuming then she is to be part of the group. And like he has changed his whole life, to be with her. He has blackout curtains to be on her time. He says that he sleeps between 4 a.m. and 4 p.m., which I was like, that's 12 hours. And then maybe that's just like maybe he like calms down and goes to bed like 2 hours later. I also at this point was like, this is when he says this part, he hasn't also said that he has autism, and we don't know like his whatever thing is. But at this point, I was like, what's your job? Is your job from home? You can just make up your own hours? Are you selling hair on a ring light too? I mean, like
yeah, yeah.
you can make your own hours.
Somehow I missed that he said he has blackout curtains so he's on her time zone, and that he does. That's going to be great when he travels there. He won't have to worry about the jet lag. I mean, so he sleeps from 4 a.m. to 4 p.m.?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good to me. I'd love to sleep from 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. That'd be great.
I'm so easily tired at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I get the best sleep ever. It's a great time to be asleep.
If you wait until that time to go to sleep, you mean?
Yeah. Then I'll just pass out.
Well, yeah.
You read this thing where like we used to be people that like had 2 sleeps, and it was like we go to bed at one time and wake up like between the hours of like maybe like midnight and 2, and then we would like supposedly we would shuffle around and then have another sleep. That was like the way that humans were reading that.
I don't know anything about what you're talking about.
Okay, good. It's good to know. I didn't say anything. Ha 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 ha. I wanted to bring up something, which is that, obviously in his house, as we say, he has a whole bunch of fun things. Did I not bring up where's my pictures? Okay, that was really funny.
That was a bad picture.
I love that was a picture. I have a picture of him when his mom brings up finding the porn stash. Okay, sorry. I thought that was okay. Where's my? I also had a picture of. Anyway, let's go on. He has a bunch of stuffed animals and a bunch of stuffed animals, which is indicative of something on that bed. This is before the autism that we hear. And then he's like, "Yeah, lots of stuffed bears for Sheena, and they are like our kids." And then I'm like,
What is the age of Forrest?
He's 32.
Is she also 32?
She's 40.
She's 40. Okay. All right.
Okay. Yeah, she's 40. He's 32. Yeah, he's just very tall. She's 5'2". So anyways,
they're cute.
He also puts on a sex mode, and the sex mode in his smart house is like 70s kind of porn music, and then also just like, LED pink lights and stuff like that. This is when we find out, oh no, I lied. And then his mom, Molly, comes over. Now, when Molly comes over, we're like, you have a mom that's like very in your business. And then she's like, I'm going to take you to a special place that, it's a surprise, and it's the same one that you went to when you're 18. And I was like, oh my God. And she does. She takes him to a sex shop. Now, have you taken your children, or have you ever gone to a sex shop with your parents, Mary Payne?
I've never been to a sex shop, period.
Wait, 1 second.
Does this not surprise? This shouldn't surprise you. Don't you
You've
know me?
Never been. Okay. First of all, I want to go to a sex shop with you. Also, there are good sex shops like Pleasure Chest. I wonder if there's a Pleasure Chest in New York. We have no time, but I would love to sex shops are interesting. And, there's the different sections. There's like the porn section. There's the clothing. There's the accessories. There's like the beauty products. And so, you looking at me like there's beauty products. There's dusts. There's honey flavored dusts that you can put on your privates so that when people lick them, that's you're welcome. And there's different. Oh yeah, there's so many things.
This is upsetting. I don't need to know about this.
Okay,
I'm too proper for this, Chris. This is upsetting to me.
Okay, well, here's the thing. There's even worse things I didn't even mention, so definitely don't go. But I'll tell you who's not upset by it. Molly the mom's like, they know me here, honey. I got the VIP treatment. Hey, Gail, I'm back with my son.
Here's my punch card. Yes.
Yeah. It's a big sex mall in a strip mall.
Yeah.
Shop in a strip mall.
Yeah. Sex mall and a strip mall.
And then we get the story that he was when he was younger, when he was 18, he found his parents' porn stash, and I mean, she tells camera right in front of him, and he gives this look. And then there's two parts of this where I'm like, you're infantilizing him. Is that the
Yes.
word I want to say?
Well, see, if you wouldn't have questioned it, then I could have said it correctly. But infantile,
Uh-huh.
mm,
Lizing. Infantilizing.
infantilizing.
And that is
Infantilizing.
something we see a lot.
Yeah.
Because you've watched Love on the Spectrum, right?
No, I didn't
Oh,
watch it. I know it was so good. I didn't watch it. I just didn't have it was at a time probably where something else was on, like Love is Blind, and I couldn't add another show.
babe,
But
no
yeah, I heard it's
pressure.
great though. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I know. It's just that, there's that can happen. Like there is like this protective thing where you also start to like really try and keep someone protected, and or like you're used to doing things for them, and whatnot.
Yeah.
I, yeah, like, but she's doing it by like talking about him like with embarrassing things like in front of him to camera. Also, I think I would have loved to know. I know that he said that his mom is his best friend. But I think that by 32, I would have liked to know that he had met some other friend, like through the
Yes.
Facebook group that's a male.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
does he video game with anyone? Like
Yeah, good questions. Does he have any other
a
friend
cousin?
besides his mom? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or a group that he does things with, or and again, it would help if we knew what his job was, etcetera. 'Cause he's very likable and charming and seems
Yeah.
easy and fun to talk to and has a sense of humor, and so it seems like maybe he'll have lunch with a friend before he goes who will tell him he's making the worst mistake of his life, as we do on this show. Everybody's got a friend that they go to lunch with right before they go that tells them they're making the biggest mistake of their life.
Like, what are you going to even do when you get there? I want to do a TikTok reel of all the questions that someone asked. So yeah, like in this sex shop, we buy lingerie for her. She likes purple. She's
You know
also
what though, Chris? I liked
what?
how he said in that shop, he literally says, "I'm getting overwhelmed. I have a lot of nervousness." And he said, "I'm nervous," and not because he was like looking at the lingerie, which made him nervous. He said, "There's so much here." And I think for somebody with autism being in a store like that, not necessarily a sex store, it could be any kind of store. It was like so big and so much to look. I think it was overstimulating. And then they've got the camera crew, and then they're talking about cup size. And, I think he was like, I think it was a lot for him. And I was like, oh, get him out of this store. This is too much.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
like, wouldn't his mom also know that this is probably a little much? I agree with you. I agree. I almost feel like it would have been nice to like maybe have like someone bring him things or shop
Mhm.
online and see what he wants first, or
Yeah, and
I
they
don't
kept
know,
saying,
but
like,
yeah.
"Which one do you like?" I mean, he's a dude. He doesn't know. He's just like, "She just likes purple. Like, get me out of here," you know? Yeah.
Also, the what they were asking him was like, "Do you think we should get the one with built-in cups or the one without built-in cups?" Now, he also says that she's 200 pounds and 5 feet, and I was like, "Is that real or are you just saying that?" I mean, do you, like, did she actually give you her measurements or whatever? I just didn't know for sure. Like,
I don't know how he would know
know
that
that.
because he said she's 5 feet and 200 pounds, and then both of the women are like, "Whoa, don't say that." I was like, "You just asked him what size she was."
Yeah.
So he gave the correct answer. So we need to know what we're looking at. I didn't know. I didn't find that to be as offensive as those 2 ladies did. They were like, "Well, she's queen size, she's plus size." I was like, "Okay, but why
He's
are we
not
talking about
gonna.
this?"
Yeah, they want him to be like she's a 4X, but like that man doesn't know the term 4X, or I'm not even
No.
saying she's a 4X, but like it's like whatever size that they're.
He didn't know,
He
and I
doesn't know that.
didn't and I think that they kind of made him he's like, "Oh, I didn't know. Is that rude?" I was like, "No, you answered the question."
Yeah, like he's obviously very into Sheena, and yeah, I also felt like maybe they made him feel like he said something poorly worded that would be like inferring that she is too large or something along the line. But
Yeah.
he's not. He's like, I'm super into her and she's so shapely. And he talks about how much sex they're having on camera
And
and how,
he said she liked my flab. It was
yeah.
cute. It's
And she
cute.
took off everything and I loved her curves, and he
Yeah.
is a virgin
Yeah.
and she's a virgin. Well,
Yeah,
he says, he
she's the
says,
40-year-old virgin. Yeah.
yes. Okay. So he says she's a virgin. And then I have to be like, well, I need to hear that from her mouth first. And I just don't know it's hard. We haven't met her yet. So we just don't know what's real and what's not.
That's right. We gotta get eyes on her.
It's interesting because at one point the mom's like, I can't wait for you to go. And this is so great. And like, here's the sex shit. And, blah, blah, blue. And then at the same time, she's like, I don't trust her. It's really her family, which
I
I'm
know.
like, pick a lane. These are 7 years with these people that you are involved in your son's life. And you know that she's on the cameras. You came over to his house and was like, is Sheena here? Like,
Yeah.
it's interesting that you would then take him to a sex shop and then at the sex shop, be like, I don't know if this is a good idea.
I found that weird. I found it to be a quick left turn. I
Yep.
was like, "What?" Yeah, confusing.
Yeah. So then we get this moment where he's like, this is the deal. She is ruled by her evil parents. It's her evil parents that like lie and steal, and she's a good
Oh,
girl. And
yeah.
there's this thing where she has a bank account and they've been saving money for their future. And at this point, I'm like, so it's money that you've put in the bank account or it's money that she put aside, but it's not just her name on the checking account, it's her parents. And so twice in life, her parents just has gone in and stolen all the money. And then she's had to like go back to him and be like, they did it, they stole the money or whatever.
That's what she sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, until I can hear that voice. Actually, I mean, we did hear her voice. She has a great voice, but she was like, "Don't burn the eggs again." I don't know. We have 2 people from the Philippines, and I'm so happy about that, because Christina is from the Philippines, and she can, like, tell us all the dish about people.
Mhm. Yes, 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 yes.
She can give us
I'm
that
glad you
inside
just
scoop.
said Christina. Christina. I need to contact her. Thank you.
Oh,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
of course, our beautiful editor. Um, so at the sex shop where the mom is like, that, mom bringing son to sex shop because that's what moms are for. And we're like, absolutely not. It's not what they're
No.
for. At
Mm-mm.
the same time, being like, I don't trust her and her parents, and I need to watch out for you. And then he's like, well, I have a secret to tell you. I'm going to stay longer to work things out and make sure that she's okay. And the way that she says no to him is like, if you have a dog that's like, has just put its paws on the table and is sniffing like a piece of banana bread, and you're like, no,
That's
no,
that's a perfect analogy. It's a perfect analogy. Yeah.
no.
Yeah. 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 I thought it was very like speaking to a toddler, like who's about to touch a stove. You're like, no,
Yeah,
like that. Yeah. It was, and maybe that's the way their relationship works. And that's the only way she can get through to him is to speak to him in that tone.
I
But
know.
she's going with him to see
And
her.
Dev, who's and I couldn't, and someone named Dev. I was like, is Dev the dad? Is
When
Dev
they
some?
said Dev, I was like, are they I had to put the closed cap. Are they saying dad? Or are they saying Dev? Or are they
Right.
saying Deb? Who's Deb, dad? Who is it?
So I'm glad you said that. To me, I heard Dev. What did you write
Mhm.
down, or did you hear? Did
I
you know
wrote
that way?
nothing down. I
Or I
put
mean,
on the closed captions and it said
yeah,
Dev. But I was like, did they say dad or did they say
I-
Deb? Who's
yeah.
going? Is it an aunt? Is it a brother? Who's going? Confusion.
Is it short for Devin?
Is it short for devil? Is it dad? We don't know.
Devilish dad. Yeah, no, we don't
Unclear.
know. So many fucking questions.
Mhm.
I'm like, is she gonna she it feels like she's going to like put one of those bracelets with like an attached wire that like my parents did to me when I was going to Disneyland in the 90s, like, and like like is going to like put that on him when they were in the Philippines and like never let him be like too far away.
Well, I call that the leash backpack. She's gonna put the leash backpack
Yeah.
on him like May and Nicole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
call back. Mhm.
This man, you're right. This man can do nothing but be around a controlling woman.
And we don't know, and she gives us a story later that maybe explains why she's so overprotective. And, I think when you have a child with a learning disability, a disability, you are super overprotective. Um, so I get it, but the no was jarring. It was.
She also said the word, this is bum larky. This is all bum larky. And I was like, Where? What?
Where is Bumlarky just is a spinoff of Malarkey?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm like,
Okay.
are you Irish? I mean, like, like malark. I was so like bunlarky. I literally, I was like, they're in Oregon. I keep looking and being like, where are they? Because I feel like the culture and and the way they're talking and what I'm looking at is like an alternative like
Yes.
reality of American, where I'm like, there's just the tiny things off in such a way where I'm like, this isn't real life. This is like a stylized television show I'm watching,
I've never been to Oregon. I've never been to Oregon. I've never been to Portland. I've been to Seattle, Washington, but that's about as far up there as I've been. But I've never been to Oregon. Um, so maybe this is how they act in Oregon, since I don't know. I've never been there.
It's a big bumlarky state. Like, but they're like, that's what they say every other word, bumlarky. I've only been to Ashland, Oregon, but that's like where the Shakespeare Festival is. I'm an actor. But yeah, it's all hippies. There's other parts of Oregon are they're like hippies or not hippies. And these are
I
the
think I
not
would
hippies.
like it because I'm a hippie, so I think I would like it.
Yes, hippie that stays away from sex shops, honey, won't
That's
go in there.
right. You don't have to go to you don't have to be a hippie to go to a sex shop and vice versa.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
There is an idea of free love and sex positivity with hippiness.
Yeah, but I don't have to do that part.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
So the mom basically says one more thing, which is like, I know one thing to be true. Once you get knee deep in that 40-year-old pee, you are going to be obsessed. You are going to not be able to leave. So I understand that, like, once you get it, you are gonna not want to let it go, honey. It's gonna be that, and it's true. This man is horny, 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 and we all know that, like, all of the like uh dopamine and like sex hormones, or what do they call, like, all of that, like, rushes at him. He is going to be, and that's also been 7 years, he already is emotionally tied to this person, and once he gets physically inside this person, I mean, I don't know how he's going to escape her literal grips. Ha 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 ha.
So 7 years since he had sex?
7 years since no, they've never had sex. They're both
Because he's a
virgins.
virgin. Okay, I was like
They've
7
been
years.
7 years of them talking, their emotional relationship.
They've been having video sex for 7 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the mom is like, yeah, I know that once you like actually get a taste, and once you get a feel, once you get that gush, you ain't gonna go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you hate this conversation. I am
No, I
doing
d
a
I
lit
don't, I don't. 'Cause
I'm
I think
doing it just to like push your buttons a little
no,
bit. It's
I'm
making me
fine.
fun.
I think it's but I think the mom is right that once he gets it, he's gonna be
Past the point of
dickmatized, whatever is
no
the other.
return, pussatized.
Okay. You said it, not me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Vagimatized.
Dies. Yes.
Oh,
Yes, and
yeah.
I think that's right. I think once he gets it, he's gonna be like, "I'm never leaving here until I can bring her home with me because I can't now be, like, 2 months without this," you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's the best dick love I've ever felt, you know what I'm saying? And, like, I need a dick love, like, Chris needs, a fingerless mitten to do her, like, New York warming of the hands, the fire trash can, and
Yep.
we'll have hot nuts. Ugh.
Mhm.
Anyway, next couple we're gonna move on to, I cannot wait to talk about. I took a bunch of pictures about this one, and it's Emma, 28, from LA, and Ziad, 27, only 1 year off, from Morocco. She seems older than him, but I think it's because of the plastic surgery.
She and her sister have did she say they were twins?
Yes, she did. So I have pictures. Don't worry. Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's look. Let's have a
Okay.
look. Let's
First,
dissect.
first, first shot of her is this. Now, before this season started, we had seen the pictures of her, and I already was like, it's a wig. Is it a wig? I was like, what is happening with her hair? I don't understand it. So I took 12 billion pictures to understand, what am I looking at? It looks like a glued on wig.
Uh-huh.
And so this is obviously Emma with, listen, let's be honest, a lot of plastic surgery that she knows about. She talks about Botox. What she's not talking about is a lot of filler in her lips and in her cheeks. And conversely, her twin
Yes.
sister looks like this. So it's like, kind of, I guess, like early, it's like,
Before and
it,
after? I don't
yeah,
know.
it's like Darcy and Stacy, if Darcy was the only one that went crazy and Stacy had stayed.
Yeah, right. They enjoy an under the eye liner. They enjoy a heavy under
Yes.
eye liner. That's something I noticed. Quit flipping back and forth. I'm like,
I'm
wow.
sorry. I'm like, you're right. Cause I'm going back. Cause I think her sister does it better, Mary Payne. I
Agree.
like, yeah,
Agree.
I
Her
like
sister
her
does it
sister's
better.
look better. Like, not just the plastic surgery look, but her makeup.
I agree. And what's this girl's name? Emma. Emma definitely has had some sort of nose job that her sister obviously also had a nose job, but a different nose job.
Okay, yes.
They had different nose jobs. This is a awful every time this
Okay.
girl is so much cuter than that. Okay.
Is it? Okay.
I would like to go back to the hair.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Tell me what's happening.
Okay,
Go
because
ahead.
here it just looks like dirty in this picture.
Okay. You want me to go to a different
Um,
picture?
yeah, give me a different one. Okay,
That's what is okay, then this is the same day and I have other days, but just first of all tell me what am I
that is
looking at?
I think that is her hair, and I think she's just got an unfortunate hairline. Don't you? Don't you think she just has a Teresa Giudice low hairline? Because it
Okay.
really looks like a wig.
It looks like a wig not just because of the hairline, but also how like intensely aggressive her part is, coupled
Yeah.
with how shiny the material that's making her hair is out of, and then how thick it is. Like it just she looks like uncanny valley. It doesn't look normal or real. It doesn't look natural. It looks distracting because I don't understand what it is. And I guess going back to her sister,
Look at the okay, on her sister, look
yes,
at the color of her part.
white. Yes, exactly. Like, and that's a
That
scalp color, a scalp color.
that's her scalp color, and this the with the other one, it looks like an her scalp wouldn't be that color, I think, on Emma's. You know what I mean? It seems
Or should
it
she put makeup on her? Did she put bronzer on her scalp?
right. God, I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask Keisha who records you met Keisha. I'm gonna have to ask Keisha because she's a wig expert. I'm gonna have to
I
ask her.
yeah,
Yeah.
please I it's it I need to I'm isolating my. Now,
Okay.
Emma is coming out with like what feels like 90s bodiness. Like there's no more body positivity. Everything's going to be about like I'm fat or whatever. She's very skinny. You know what I'm saying?
Her body is banging. I
She
would
knows it. You know,
kill for those boobs that she's got, just, like, perfect.
yeah,
Yeah.
she has like a perfect boob job. You know what I'm saying? Like they're
Mhm.
little because she's a smaller girl. And so she got like, tits that are not distracting at all. So I'm gonna give her grace for that because she's gotten a lot of things done. So like her hair is distracting to me and her lips are distracting to me and her
Yes.
like too much puffiness in her face. All
Yes.
of that. If she just got a little that less filler, I think that she would and I'd change her hair game. This would be a different person. Her body is banging. She knows it. She's like my sister and I, are twins. Like we said, we both love Botox, talking about Botox and beauty and competing with each other. They both work in med spas.
Her when her sister when she goes, she goes, "I don't like my Botox." She's like, "Make an angry face. Lift your eyebrows. Smile." Nothing cha it was that was hilarious. That was
I know.
hilarious. I was like, "You should be able to
I can't
lift
right now.
and, well, look, I'm making an angry face."
Okay, that's your angry? Okay.
Yeah.
Then be surprised. Oh, okay. That was you have movement. Okay.
I have
Okay.
movement. I like to have some movement. Okay, now you do surprised.
Okay. This is my surprised.
That's good.
Okay, it was really more I was more like, okay, let me try not to make. Okay, that was my eyebrow movement. Here's my angry.
That's good. That's
Okay,
pretty good.
here's my sad.
That's good. Yeah, that's
Okay.
good. That's good. Yeah.
We can do this all day. This is what we're gonna be doing in our $1,000 hotel rooms. Sorry, we're going to New
Look
York
at my
for
Botox,
that
look at
night.
my Botox.
Look at my Botox. Um, just as I say that, I don't know if I said this on camera or off camera, just for some reason, the nights that we are going to be in New York, it's one night only, is the most expensive night probably out of the year of New York. It's like on a Tuesday,
Yes.
and for some reason the hotels are $40 billion. So,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, that's
Unless you wanna stay at the airport, and then it's $12 billion.
yeah, it's only 12
Yes,
billion. But you
yes.
have to pay for the, the Uber to get back at night, whatever it was.
Yeah, what another
Because
1,000,000,000. Yeah.
it never gets easy. But they are living their LA life, honey. Their LA life is Botox, babes, it's puppy yoga. Now they do have some differences. Like her sis Izzy loves to take her time getting know men, and Emma likes to dive right in. Emma is the perfect foil for a love bomb. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And as someone who's had experience with Arab men, Arab men come on hot and strong day one. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so
Why is
at
that?
culturally that's it's just it is. I also like there's a lot of like possessiveness and jealousy when it comes to like dating. Like I want you to be mine, so I claim you. It's like the opposite of kind of like Western dating. It's like the opposite of like what I feel like I'd be like laissez-faire dating, which is I'm not saying either one is good or bad, but like it's this like, yeah, I'm around. If you want to like call me, you can. If not, whatever. Like, it's like there's a lot
Uh-huh.
of like that kind
Mhm.
of it's just an opposite energy. It's like I'm
Yeah,
into
and
you. I want you to
so
know I'm a man. I'm into you. I want you to know, and like I go after what I want, and it's you.
yeah, and I think that if you have low self-esteem, that will work on you real quick.
Yeah,
'Cause you'll be
it
like,
certainly
"Oh,
has.
wow, this person loves me so much." And by the way, these guys that she's picking, not cute, not
You're absolutely
cute.
right.
And I was
You're
like,
absolutely right.
do you wanna just only be hot and go for like Jasmine always said about Gino, like, she wants to be the hot one, and so she goes for these but I'm like, I don't know. This girl is fascinating to me. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that there's like personality disorder situations. I don't know
Yes,
what
like,
like I don't know what her ethnicity is or
I
her
don't
sisters.
either. It's Emma
Kardashian. It's
is
Kardashian adjacent. I mean, I'm not saying she's actually Kardashian, but her voice and all her stuff, her culture is Kardashian.
her culture is Kardashian. It's
She's not
Emma,
Armenian.
Isabel, and Zach are the siblings' names,
Mm.
and those are very, like, Americanish names. But I don't know. I was wondering that as well.
Like we can't look at her, but what is this person?
That's Chloe Kardashian.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
yeah, her voice is so Kardashian coded when she
So
talks.
yeah.
Obviously, all of the Botox, all of the hair.
Mhm,
Um, so then we get a wild similar trope, which is that she is dating someone from an Arab Muslim country,
mhm,
and that she does not want to understand or respect or care about how they do things there.
mhm,
She
mhm,
is seemingly very horny and
mhm.
just wants to she's like,
She
I
is,
mean,
like, in her 20s, so, I mean,
yeah, you're right. I mean,
Mhm.
her and Forrest, just kidding, haha. But Izzy's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. You do this a lot. In fact, you did this last year with Muhammad. And then we find out that she is also kind of like a sex tourist, where she,
Yeah,
like Madagascar, she zeroed in on liking Arab men. I don't think that she's Arab or,
we
or
don't know,
Muslim.
we don't
Obviously, she's
know.
not Muslim.
It's not
But I
Muslim.
do know that later on, when she hugs her sister, I'm 99% sure that she has a tattoo that says Inshallah. I can't say if for sure if it says Inshallah, but I'm like, this girl is like Arab cosplaying or like
It
baiting a
said,
little bit.
"Inshallah love." Is that what it said?
I hear it says Inshallah or and Insalada. I mean, honey, I don't know what it says.
Does it
But
say Isabel? What does it say? Island love? I don't what is it? Oh my
Is it
god.
Isabella Boo? I mean, I have to go in. But she is like obviously someone who fell in love with somebody named Muhammad, went to Morocco, that blew up in her fucking face. He broke her heart. And now she, joined another dating site, found Zayed, and day one of them talking, they were already like booed up. And she's FaceTiming him all the time. She's sending him sexy pictures. She goes to the beach. She's body checking. She knows she looks hot. She's like
Yeah,
literally like,
look at that.
posing
Yeah.
on Venice. Yeah, she is hot, hot, hot for sure. This hair is not like, okay, Mary Payne. Now look
The
at her
hair
hair in this
the
picture.
hair is a the hair is a mystery.
The hair's not real. That is not normally how hair can be that shiny. That's like a synthetic texture, right?
The bottom of it looks like normal hair. It's the part and this part that looks so not like what hair looks like, right?
Right.
There's no
Yes, yes.
flyaway, it's just straight slick down.
Yeah, like you can see yourself, your reflection if you got up close. It's like
Yeah.
mirror hair. It's like Korean mirror hair.
Yeah, 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 yeah. We gotta figure it out. We gotta figure it out.
Right. So on this FaceTime, she's like, Zayed, get ready. We're gonna fuck night one. And he's like, and then I was like, another callback. It was a little bit like, Soldier Boy and Baby Kim, like raw dog night one, like where you're like, why are you,
Yeah.
what are you, do the producers tell you to be super vulgar and like enticing to someone and like not, and, or on camera in this conversation. Like I don't like was the direction get a guarantee that he'll have sex with you. That's all you have to do in the scene. Night one. Like it's so interesting.
I don't know because it's this every season we have a couple where it is a Muslim man who leads this woman to think, "Oh, I'm not like other Muslim men, and I'm not going to try to control you or tell you what to wear or this, that, and the other. And we definitely can make out at the airport, and we definitely are going to bang it out." And then none of that is true. None of that is true. The only person that ever told the truth about it was Tiger Lily and Adnan, where he was like, "No, you will have to marry me in the first 4 minutes, and that's it." Now he also lied, of course. Anyway, he's a bad person. But
Horrible.
God bless. He's terrible. But we see it every season, right? We see it every season, and these women never learn. They get love bombed, and they're like, "This is the only person in the world that's ever understood me or got me or thought I was beautiful. So I'm going to go across the country, and then we're all going to be shocked when it doesn't work because this man wants you to look like this while he's dating you. But once you're married, you can't look like this because other men
Right.
can't look at you."
Yeah.
And she didn't get it with the first guy. She's not going to get it with the second guy. And he's not even cute. What
No.
is she doing? What is she
Yeah.
doing?
Wasting time. Also, how does she have the money for this?
Right. Yes.
She says, okay, so basically, as we know, she is, going to go to Morocco. And we've already said that, she has a sister. She has a med spa job. Her sister works in the competing med spa across the way, which I think is interesting when I am about to say what I'm about to say. She's going to pack. She's going to Morocco. Her sister picks her up. And then she's like, guess what? Bad news. They fired me from the med spa. And her sister at that time is not like, "Oh, girl, well, I work at a med spa across the way. I'll just see if I can get you a job." Never
She
says
goes,
it.
"Oh, interesting. Really? Why? What happened?" Yeah.
Well, as you know, my best friend worked there, my ex-best friend. And then like what sounds like said something shitty in front of her to someone else. And that the someone else went to HR and was like, I was in a room with Emma and her ex-best friend, and the ex-best friend called me something, and Emma was there, and that's what happened. And they were like, "Emma, did your ex-best friend call that person something shitty?" And Emma was like,
I
and they were
wasn't
like,
there. I was restocking the Botox. I wasn't.
yeah.
I was lining up the bottles. I didn't
I
hear
was
anything.
texting.
I saw nothing, say nothing. Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah. They're like, "Emma," and she was like, "No." And they were like, "Emma," and she was like, "Yeah." And then they were like, "You were there, Emma," and they had to fire her. No more. It means no more Botox, no more filler for her. It's actually great news.
No, it's not because she will find it. She's addicted. She'll find it. She'll find it.
Yeah, I know she will. That's probably another reason why her sister was like, "Yeah, take a fucking break."
Her sister's like, "See how my face doesn't? You want your face to look like this. You don't want it to look like that." Yeah.
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 They're in LA driving through to go to the airport. They're driving around Park La Brea. They're on Hauser. You're welcome, LA folks. I was like, "Oh my God, I can't." She's using the rear view mirror to put on her lipstick, which makes no sense. She's like, "You could just use your own lipstick mirror, the mirror that is right in front of you that we all know exists." She's like, "I don't have to." I was like, "This is a fake thing. You wouldn't do this."
Just pull the mirror down. Like, I got a better angle this way. Like,
In
no.
LA, Hauser
Mm-mm.
is so windy.
Yeah.
No. Then she says, "Okay, so Zayed's a nurse. Okay, so he has a full ass job, but I have to pay for everything when I'm there." And then I was like, "Wait, so I'm supposed to believe that in the past year you were able to afford 2 trips to Morocco and one where you're paying for someone else now this whole time? That doesn't make any goddamn sense."
She must. Is
No.
she a nurse? Does she
She
have a
worked at a med spa and she is getting Pilates all the time and all those matching sets. Then there's all the hair. She's
matching
spending money.
sets?
So she's not like, she doesn't have savings to go to Morocco. There's not a realm in which I believe that she saved money from her work, despite her lifestyle and the high maintenance lifestyle that she needs to then suddenly have all that money to go to Morocco. Doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Does she have rich parents that
Right.
pay for her?
I don't know.
Maybe that's it. Maybe we'll find out.
You're right.
Yeah. Again, they don't tell us everything at once, and it is upsetting.
She could be a cam girl.
She could be.
She'd
She
make money.
could be. I mean, she could take that makeup off, take that wig off. She'd be unrecognizable on the streets.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Unless her sister's there, and you're like, "Oh." So basically, she goes, she gets to the airport, she hugs her sister. She gets to Paris 10 hours. She gets texts from him that are kind of weird. Obviously, she's already said she's made him promise that they will be able to hug and kiss when they're in the airport. And he fully was like, yeah, I don't care about how other people like see me. I don't give a fuck about that. Like, I only care about being with you, baby. And she's like, great. And then she gets off the plane and he, is weird. And now,
He's like, "Don't touch me in public. Like, I've told you, don't touch me in public." I was like, "Wait a minute. Now, I just got here, but I heard you say the opposite thing."
yeah,
Yeah.
they rolled the tape on him. They didn't
Roll
give
the
one
tape.
fuck. They were
Yeah.
like, "You're gonna lie? We can roll the tape," and they do. And they have him on camera being like, again, what I just said. I don't care, baby. I just want to like be with you.
Yeah. Mhm.
And to her credit, she doesn't just take it and isn't like, oh, that's weird. Okay, I guess I'll just. She's like, what? You know what? Fuck it. She just like gets up, walks away. She's like, she's pissed. And I'm happy about that because she is paying for everything. And she has power in this situation. She's
Yeah.
younger. She's not like, she can do what she should be able to do, whatever the fuck she wants. She seemingly has a wildly immature idea of relationships and dating and seems to not be able to like stand 2 feet on like the ground and in the real world and like feel what's actually happening and like processing what's real around her. She's
She's
made
an
up.
she's an interesting case study for sure, and let me tell you something. The first time a man says to you, like, "No, I'm the man. I'm a man. You'll do what I say." That's yeah, fuck it. You get your shit and leave. If a man says to you, "I'm a man,
Yeah.
you will do what I say," then you go, "Okay, bye-bye."
Yeah.
But now you're in another country and you just flew for like 4 days to get there.
Yeah.
So now what are you gonna do with all your luggage? Come on.
Call it Muhammad.
But the true, true, true.
That's the other part of her. Before I leave it, I think there's a part of her. So one other part is that she brings a dress that Muhammad's mom had brought her, and everyone's like, "Why'd you bring in that dress?" And like they're gonna be like, "How'd you get that dress?" And she's like, "Well, I'll tell him, Muhammad's mom." And like Zaya doesn't even know that there was another person, doesn't know about Muhammad or whatever, and that's like obviously me a big ass deal. But there's another part of me that was like, I think that she low key is like, I want to see if I can get back to Morocco and have a reason to be there and see if I can like get back with Muhammad too. I think she's gonna hook up. I think
But she
um,
found out he was dating like 20 other girls.
yeah. Do you think that's gonna stop her from wanting to be with someone that she was in love with if he just glances her way and says something nice to her again?
Great point. Great point.
I don't want that for her, and I don't want that for anyone. But I do think that's what's gonna happen. We have one more couple.
Okay.
Obviously, we have a lot of people on this show that we don't get to meet episode 1.
Yeah, we got half. We got half the people. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't get to meet someone named Jovan and Anna Lynn from Alabama and another Philippines.
Uh-huh.
We don't get to meet, obviously, Elise and Josh. Elise from Hunt for Love, who is saying she's 32 from Florida and he's 39 from Australia. We don't get to see Lisa, 51 from Pennsylvania, and Daniel, 39 from Nigeria, although they're definitely on the major, clips. And she has dated a lot of women. And he, at one point hugs her in bed and the pain on his face is palpable. There's also
Ooh.
an
Mhm.
Aviva, 26 from Arizona, and a Stig from Belize.
Oh, he's another soldier boy.
Yeah, and he's a
He,
soldier boy.
he
And,
he's a
a Wahama, obviously, your dad's from
world famous
Belize.
world famous rapper.
Is he actually famous though?
I don't
Or
know. He did seem to have uh when they showed him like on stage or like with his name and lights and stuff, that did seem to be a step above Soldier Boy,
mm, he's
you
good
know?
looking.
Mhm. Mhm.
So let's end with Laura, 47 from Washington, and not Birkenbag, but Beer Can from Turkey. He's
Mhm.
26.
Mhm. How old
Um,
is she again?
she's 47.
She looks great. I didn't know she was 47.
Yeah, she looks like Rachel of Rachel and Zayed to me.
Look how cute she is. She looks like Laura Linney in that picture.
Yeah, she does. I think that she's very cute, and I like her personality a lot. And I actually think that this storyline and was like a really beautiful, like intimate, not crazy story. Like there's a lot of like vulnerability and a lot of like
Yeah. I don't know
humanity
if
that
we've seen
exists.
this before, right? Where I don't know if we've seen this before where the best friend really is in love with her. She's in love
Yeah.
Or yeah,
Mm.
I liked it. I think I found her to be delightful.
I
Mhm,
hard agree.
mhm.
It starts though, and when it starts though, it's a little scary for me, and I'll tell you. So she's getting advice from a computer, and she's like asking it what to wear, and
Weird.
she's like, "I'm going line dancing. What should I wear?" And and then the computer is like, "Well, cowboy boots are always really great." Now, when this is happening, I'm like, "Oh, I think it's AI." But one other part of me was like, I would love it to be that she is actually talking to Birkin, and what I'm hearing is like an advanced translation system,
Okay.
but it's not that.
Mhm. I wanted the storyline to be that her boyfriend is the AI bot,
Oh yeah,
because that's where we're going next. Yeah,
him, like
him,
her,
not
maybe.
her. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I absolutely. I mean,
Mm,
we're 100% there, and then there's
yeah,
the sex robot comes out, and then they just have sex, and then God bless.
and then we have to watch it, and then I'm upset. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you are.
Mhm, mhm.
um, but yeah, Laura is great. So she, is like, yeah, I found out AI really helps when, I need to like ask what to eat and also what to wear. And, my other thing is that I write dark romantic fantasy novels, which is a whole thing. Fairy porn and, witches and
Yeah,
werewolf fucking.
yeah, sure.
For some reason, it's like I've never been into it.
No, I'm not into it. I'm not, was I into vampires? Maybe when Brad Pitt was a vampire, I was kind of into that. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I'm so horny, but yeah, I'm not. I don't know why. I'm like, oh, it's such a niche thing that a lot of women love. But
Yeah.
Laura's was married before. She was married at 21, didn't work out.
Mhm.
No more information necessary.
Nope, just here's the picture and that's it. Yeah.
Bye.
Mhm.
Like you never talk to that person again. She's gotten engaged, but something was missing. She says, we pick up and she is playing doubles pickleball, honey, and she's in the kitchen, if you know that pickleball talk, with Michael. She's dinking with Michael. You
See,
play
I don't play
pickleball?
pickleball, and that's another thing that I'm gonna be forced to get into.
Mhm. Do they have
Again,
courts around you?
yes, at the club we belong to, they just added 4 more pickleball courts,
Yeah.
sweeping the nation. And
Yes.
I used to be decent at tennis, so I kinda feel like I might kill it at pickleball.
You are gonna kill it.
I need to
You
get
are.
on it. I can't get
Yeah.
my husband to play with me or a friend or somebody.
It's fun. Like, it is social, it's become a thing where it's social, it's fun. You can just, drink afterwards or before. It's kind of like, maybe not before, but um
My son plays, he claims he just broke his pickleball racket that he got for his birthday, he broke it
by
because
too
he
hard of a serve or by too
no, because he
oh,
has, anger issues, and I guess he threw it because he had a bad
oh,
dink or
game.
kitchen or whatever you call it, I don't know. He
By
broke it. He
bad
broke it
dink in
in
the
anger.
kitchen.
He
Yeah.
broke it in anger, like many Xbox controllers before it,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
broken in anger. Yeah. He's
He's
fine,
gotta
everybody,
learn
don't
how to
worry. Don't
hit a
worry.
pillow, honey. You gotta hit hit a punching bag.
He's 20,
Um,
he's alright. Yeah.
Good for him. Get it out. Listen, he's getting it out. It's easier. But yeah, she has a BFF and her BFF is named Michael and they are active buddies together. They
Mhm,
hike, they bike, they kayak, they line dance, they cook.
mhm.
So many Ks. They do any kind of like activity with a K in, hard K, they'll do.
Yeah.
Hike, bike, kayak, cook. Um Also, the way that she okay, so let me say that. That's one thing. And Michael is a lovely person, and they do spend a lot of time together, and he, gives hardcore friend vibes for sure. She also talks about meeting Beer Can, and the way that she met him, I didn't understand. I didn't understand it was a reason. It was a real thing, which is that in Snapchat, there's a feature where you can just find people, and, like, I was on Snapchat before, like, it's like you put up Snapchat is like you put up stories like when not like Instagram of your life
Yeah,
that
yeah.
die in 24 hours. And so I guess, yeah, like there's a feature where you just look at people's lives and then what suddenly feel like this person has an interesting life. I'll just reach out to them or follow them. And
She
I don't
said that
know.
there's like a friend finder, part of Snapchat where you could just like a Bumble for friends or, whatever like that.
Any of your kids do that? And do you know anything about that?
No, I mean, my kids have Snapchat, but, I've never heard them meeting strangers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Should I open Snapchat and see, is there like a date? I don't even know if I have Snapchat anymore. It was
I don't think I
so
do.
freaking annoying to me that I probably deleted it. Let's see. No, it's there, but it's yeah, I don't understand Snapchat. I've told the
Mm-mm.
kids, I was like, my sister all the time, like, "Oh, I sent you the funniest thing on Snapchat." I go, "I'm never gonna see it."
Wow.
My older sister.
Why? So just why is she using Snapchat? Like how? Like what is? She's just like she got into it and she that's her thing. It was over Instagram, over TikTok. She's just snapping.
Well, I think maybe it's because, her kids who are all, like, in their, 20s, 30s, that they all used it, and so maybe
Mm,
she felt like that was a way to, like, post stories and see their stuff or stalk them. See,
hmm.
like, I haven't logged in in so long, it's like this. It's like log in, and I'm like, "No."
Yeah. Who knows? What?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I'm like, you do you even know what your thing is? Who
No,
knows?
no idea. If
Yeah.
my phone doesn't tell me, I don't know. Um, so I guess there's a friend finder on Snapchat.
She
Somebody
found a friend.
somebody let us know because we don't know.
Yeah. Now Birkin has what she says is that bad boy aesthetic, honey. He has tattoos and that like really makes her hot and heavy.
She likes that
Um,
neck tattoo.
yeah, she loves it. She loves like, a eagle spreading on a back.
Or like Johnny on the other 90 Day with it, right across the
That-
front. Every
yeah.
time I look at that, I'm like, he's got to get that removed.
Yeah, Joe, the mom is just like, Chloe, I fucking hate you for being a goddamn rebellious 20-year-old. Like, I will never. I feel like Joe, her mom, is just constantly being like, I won't let you live this down. I can't wait for 5 years for me to throw back in your face when you dated this asshole. I can't wait.
All right, Chloe's mom is not named Joe. That is Dylan's mom is named Joe.
Oh no, what's
Chloe's
Joe's
mom,
mom?
her name is either Michelle or Barbara or Brenda. It's so
You know what? I think maybe it's Michelle.
yeah, I just call her Barbara because I can't remember what her name is, but her aesthetic does not match her accent. So I
No.
always am fascinated by her because she's like, "Get in the car." And you're like,
Yes.
"Whoa." It's like an aggressive voice that comes out of that like bougie looking
Yeah.
aspect of her. But no, I think that every time she looks at that neck tattoo, she is filled with rage, as am I. I
Hmm.
hate that thing on the front of his neck. I'm like, you go ahead and start saving your pirate money and get that shit removed.
Ho
What?
ho ho ho. A laser life for you. Yeah. Get that off. Yeah.
Yes. Do they have tattoo removal in Aruba? Start saving your money immediately. That's a complete sidebar. But this girl, she loves his neck tattoo. She thinks
Hmm.
it's hot. And when they put up that visual of the boy with the neck tattoo, I died.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
died.
And Michael just has to sit there when she's like, yeah, like talking to the doubles players about him and
Yeah.
says, like, yeah, he's like a manly man. There's just like not any more like really masculine, manly men in America anymore. And then like, God bless, just like cut to Michael, who's like,
He's like, "Oh,
now,
thanks."
yeah, now so then later on, Michael comes over. We know they're best friends. They obviously spent a lot of time together. They talk about cooking. She has her baby blue KitchenAid out, honey.
I
And
loved it.
she's I know, me too.
I loved it. I was like, "Oh, mine's white and boring." I liked it. Yeah.
No. Yeah, she's making up a recipe of protein bars. And I was like immediately like, I want to make it.
Yeah, why didn't she tell us what was in it?
I think that, like, first of all, for her, this is like the beginning of her talking about a little of her backstory. She's gone on a weight loss journey and she's done it like she says naturally by just diet and exercise and, in her eating or whatever. And so, as we know, she's going to be on TV. She already is. And she is going to have people go to her Instagram. I'm like, oh, you can just, share your recipes then. Yeah, you should be putting this on the webs
Mhm.
for people.
Mhm.
But she's like, "Yeah, I wanna make a bunch of bars and bring them to, Morocco." I'm sorry, to Turkey, and I was like, "Yeah. You're also
Oh,
gonna have,
they're
like,
meeting in
a."
Turkey? They're not going she's not going to Morocco. Are they meeting in Turkey?
I said Morocco because I think I messed up from Emma, but he's from Turkey.
He is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I believe you. I just, like
no, I think I might have said Morocco, and if I did, I'm so sorry. It's because that's where, Zayed from Emmy and Emma is from. Okay, but Birkin is from Turkey. So, she's making these
mm,
bars and she's talking about going there and Mike and she's like you know things might change, he's possessive and Michael knows that, and Michael doesn't want to let go of her because he has spent a lot of time with her and they've sort of danced around the romantic aspect or lack thereof of their
mm,
relationship.
mhm.
And Laura's like, yeah, in the beginning, like we would hang out and sometimes he would, I mean, yeah, he would just like drop phrases, sentences like, I really need to find a partner. I really need to find someone to date. Like, I'm really active. I'm going on a date here. And I would internalize that to be like, well, I obviously am not the option. I'm right here in front of you. So you're looking outward. Okay. If you are looking outward, if I'm not an option for you, then this is just a friendship. And okay, I'll just
Yeah.
think of you as a friend too. And this is, obviously she's dating someone who's like way younger and like pseudo bad boy, masculine, but like in like a machismo, like if not toxic way. And then we get this beautiful scene that is a conversation between her and Michael, where
Yeah.
he is like, okay, growing up, I have learned to reject people before they reject me. And it's been hard. So Michael has an interesting nose. And
Mhm.
before he talked about it,
Mhm.
I thought that he just got in a fight or hit in the face
Mm.
once. And like, so I just, I thought, and we're all like, we're watching pickleball and stuff like that. He's an active guy. And so I was like, oh, I think that, something happened, honey, there to his nose and it wasn't like remedied or whatever in such a way that, what we're seeing is like that. And he also like sounds, like there's like some resonance in his nasal cavities. I can hear that a little bit.
Nasally. Mhm.
Yeah. So what we do find out though is that he was born with a birth defect.
Mhm.
And he talks about how, as I've said, that his natural inclination to self-protect his feelings because he fears rejection, he feels so unlovable, is that he self-sabotages situations by being the first to reject, by being the first to be like, no, 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 as like
Mhm.
a preservation thing. And
Mhm.
it broke my heart. I think that's so human. I think that it happens so much. And it's like this moment of being in your nervous system and irregulated and feeling like you could be exposed or vulnerable. And then out comes your mouth something in this moment with this beautiful person that's your friend sitting next to you where you're like, you have to say, I'm looking to date someone. I'm going to be doing that because the unspoken pain is that this vulnerable moment you're having with this person could be love. And what if this person doesn't feel the same? It's
Yeah.
like broke. It was so hard.
It was hard, and I feel like she has all but told him, "Yes, I would be interested in dating you. Yes, I would be interested in being in a relationship with you. Like, look at our perfect life. We have everything together except that one element." It's almost like she's got like a gay best friend, but he's not gay, and they could have that element to it, but afraid he's too afraid to be rejected. But she's literally all but telling him, like, you
I
don't
know.
have to be like, give it a try. Take a look at this, you know? And she doesn't obviously see anything, doesn't see what he sees when he sees himself. You know what I mean? I don't know. It broke my heart. And it looks like, from the previews and everything, he is going to get into it with this guy. And, hopefully love will prevail and this will be a story for the ages and it'll be a great one for her book. Mhm.
Yes, a great one for her book. I know. I agree. Yeah, like she's she said what she said. He said what he said. And she says later, like even then, he didn't say,
Yeah.
"Laura, I want to be with you. I've
Yeah, don't
always wanted
go.
to be
I
with
wanna
you.
be
Don't
with you.
go.
Yeah.
Please let this be a chance. Like let us try romance. Like let."
Yeah.
And I also feel like a micro question would have, and I mean this is because I'm a curious mind. I was like, has Michael had other relationships with people? Like,
Yeah.
is Laura his first like intimate adult relationship, or has he like had like sexual and romantic relationship in the past, and maybe this one just feels so strong as a friend that he doesn't, and it makes sense that he doesn't want to muddy it
Ruin
by,
it.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I would want to know a little more of that because he does kind of seem like someone who has had romantic
Yeah,
relationship.
he does. He does seem like he has dated and whatnot, and maybe he Maybe he feels like, he gets on the apps and he meets someone and then they see him in person and then he feels rejected. And, it's a whole thing with the way he looks. And by the way he looks is completely fine.
Yeah.
And she's been friends with him for so long. Obviously, it doesn't bother her.
Yeah.
And it seems like she has intimated to him that she's interested. And she
Yeah.
says that recently he like took her on a date, but then it didn't go any further. So it's like, oh, it's rough. It's rough. So I do hope that at the end of this 400, episodes that they always give us, that these two will end up together. That's my hope.
Yeah. Absolutely. I would like to know how many times they've like touched or whatever, but obviously Birkin knows that Michael's obsessed with, Mike knows that Michael is her best friend. And Laura also a little bit is like, I don't understand why Birkin has a problem. And I'm like, well, I do. I
Yeah.
mean, come on. I mean,
Yeah.
he's okay. So that person's going to have a problem because of all the reasons we know. I mean, come on, we understand that person's like 26 and is going to want you not to be like being day in and day out with a man who's absolutely fucking obsessed with you. And
Yeah.
so Birkin's like, yeah, men know men. And Birkin maybe in his mind is like, yeah, he's just waiting to slide in there. And maybe Birkin doesn't understand like the trials and tribulations of like this person's soul. But at the end of the day, as you said, yeah, there's going to be some fisticuffs, if you will.
Yeah.
There's going to be some combustible energies.
Yeah. It looks like, at least, and they always do this because it all could be fake, but it looks like from the previews that that he goes over and meets up with her in Turkey, and that beer can, and I just can't. I mean, beer can,
Birkin,
it's so hard.
uh-huh.
Beer can and the guy get into a fist fight, and she breaks up with beer can over it.
Yes.
And that's when I'm like, yes, true love prevails. But of course, I'm sure it's all going to be fake, and she doesn't break up with him. She ends up with the loser. I don't know. I hope not.
We will find out. But yeah, it really was such a good premiere. It's like, I love these couples. I'm into how fresh the blood is, how fresh the meat
Yes.
is.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
no screaming Jasmine. Like it's just, I'm so thankful.
Yeah. It's like Yara said on the HEA reunion. Oh, Gino, I'm so fucking sick of hearing your voice.
Yeah. Same girl, same.
We all are.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much for being on this episode, my premiere episode of Vanity Fair, and talking about the
Woo-hoo!
show with me, Mary Payne.
I know. This is great. Again, I'm so proud of you. This is so exciting.
Thank you. I'm super excited to hang out with you in New York. Coming up in the docket, we still are following Toe, and we talked a little bit about Chloe and all of them. I feel bad for Greta, but I definitely am obsessed with how much Greta loves like a poofy sleeved ensemble. I took 1 billion pictures of the fact that this girl loves a smocked dress with I can't even get over it.
She loves a layer too. She loves to put on a dress and then put a random
What,
t-shirt
blue
on,
corset over it, you mean?
a blue corset over a dress that makes no sense. When she talked about when she first dated Matthew, and they would send nudes. Here's what I imagine her nudes look like. I imagine she's got, the hair parted down the middle and the giant glasses, and she's just standing there with her arms by her side, looking miserable, totally naked, but with bobby socks and like lug-heeled loafers.
Oh, the bobby socks. Yes.
The bobby socks, the lug-heeled loafers, just nude, staring at the camera. That's my vision of the nude that she sent.
I think that she turns around and busts it open. And he saw his whole future in that hole, honey, and that's why it's hard for him to say goodbye. I know I'm too vulgar for you. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, I'm excited to talk about this show. Talk about that show. I can't wait for this season. And obviously we're done with Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, but a lot more fun things are coming. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank
And
you.
we're gonna have fun in New York.
We are.
Will you
Lots of stories.
Obviously, listen, Mary Payne is has her beautiful podcast, Pink Shade, and you can follow her and Pink Shade wherever you listen to podcasts on RSS feeds. They also have many different membership opportunities, including Patreon. Will you just go ahead and give us what you're working on and maybe just where your Patreon, like what is currently airing, if you wouldn't mind, and like socials?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So Pink Shade Pod on Instagram, Pink Shade Podcast on TikTok. And I do the threads and all the things, but I never really do those things. I mean, like I'm trying. Okay. But like I said, I just tried to figure out how to load Snapchat on my phone. So, that's where
Find a friend.
that's what we're working with.
Mhm.
Um, I am covering on the free feed. I'm covering this show
Mhm.
before the 90, and we're covering 60 days in because normally we cover Love During Lockup. So we had to have something for Mugshot Monday. So it was suggested that we do season 4 of 60 Days In, and we are loving it. It is so good. So that'll be until Love During Lockup comes back at the end of January. Also on Thursdays, I'll talk about Bravo. And then over on the paid feed, we have 90 Day Toe. And we did just finish Seeking Sister Wife. And Keisha and I are going back and doing a rewatch starting at season 1 of Welcome to Plathville, which I
Oh,
think is the best show to ever be on television.
I've never seen that show.
It is the best show that's ever been on television, in my opinion. And anytime I get a chance to talk to a TLC person, I let them know.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, that's a lot, and then I'll take that in. I'm gonna let
Yeah.
settings. You also have a new show with Kate Casey.
Yeah, it's in both of our paid feeds. It's on our
Okay.
$10 paid feed. It appears in Kate's feed and mine. It's
Okay.
called Tell Me Everything with Kate and Mary Payne, and we just tell each other stories. Like, because as you know, when Kate calls you, she starts in the middle. Like you say hello, you
Yeah.
know, you say hello, and she goes, and so then I was talking to this guy, and you're like, wait,
You
can you
sound
give
just
me
like her too. That was like, yes, she does. That's
and
it.
you're like, "I don't know, wait,
Yeah.
roll it back, girl." So, I got the idea to do this, spinoff with her because I listened to an episode on her Patreon she did, just told a story about an article she read somewhere, and I was like, "This will be a great show." She'll just tell me stories like this, and I'll just tell her stories like this, and then, of course, it
Yeah.
goes off the rails, but we're having, a good time with it. We're gonna do a 10 series limited just limited series. If people love it, we'll keep it going, but it's very easy, it's very fun, it's just us talking, and I have a banana story to tell her for episode 4. Episode 1 just came out. So, yeah, that's over on our $10 level. If you are on her feed, you'll get it. If you're on my feed, you'll get it. But go ahead
Okay.
and join my feed because I need it more than she does.
Yeah. She's not here. We love you, Kate Casey. Yeah, that sounds great. I can't wait to hear that story. I love a good Mary Payne story. Yeah.
Mhm. They're
And Kate
fun.
is, like, obviously an investigative journalist. So, I mean, she's going
Totally,
she's
totally.
gonna grill you, honey, like
I
a
know,
spicy
you gotta be
sausage.
ready. You gotta be
I
ready with the
know.
answers, like, 'cause if you tell a story, you just got all the follow-up questions, like, "Well, shit, I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know, let me make it up." Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, that sounds great. Okay. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here again. You're so funny and you're so funny and you're so generous with your time and energy. And so
Oh, please.
I appreciate that. I appreciate your words. I love you and I love Pink Shade and I can't wait to hang out with you in New York and for the rest of our
Yes,
lives.
girl. Yes,
Okay.
girl.
All
Bye.
right, my loves. Well, thank you so much for listening. If you want more, I exist. I'm at Chris L. Farah on all of your socials, including Instagram and TikTok. Chris Farah has a Substack. I also have a Facebook group, Vanity Farah, Chris Farah on Facebook, a YouTube called Chris Farah. And if you want to follow Vanity Farah, I have created the socials for all of them. So Vanity Farah exists on YouTube, on Instagram, it exists on TikTok, and obviously I'm rolling it out. And I'm so thankful that you are here. So give it 5 stars now and leave me a helpful review if you don't mind. And other than that, I'll see you later. All right. Bye, baby boos.